Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes to understand ourselves, how this practice can help for us to develop our inner awareness. So when it comes to very purpose of this whole practice, it's getting a very clear understanding ourselves. So you no need to believe into something, you no need to follow something without knowing the meaning. It is your own responsibility. And when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, there is no any hidden secret, and it's equal to each and everybody. It's not depend on the color or the gender. It not depend on the nations. It not even depend on the age. For each and everyone has a the capability to understand this. So when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, it about self-realization. So when it comes to the self-realization, we have to understand it doesn't mean you have to neglect all other things, and especially moral and ethical practice and all other cultural and traditional things, all other family relationships, all other duties depend on according to your age or the environment, or according to your engagement with the society, with other people. While you having that all still, you are capable to experience the highest of this human intellect. How beautiful it is. So then why you not give a try? Why you not then, look into it a little bit? Because the very essence of our life is our awareness. And so if you able to understand what it is, it gives a meaning to you this human life, because you are the capable. You are the person who can understand that. Even the angels or the deities or to the all other living beings can't understand it. You are the one who clearly understand it. So if you miss this opportunity, and we don't know tomorrow what will happen. So then let's go into a little bit. And as you know, that we have two mental cultures, tranquility meditation and vipassana meditation. So today I'm not going to talk about that much tranquility meditation. So if anyone listening for the first time, so you can go into our previous talks and understand about it. Today we're going to little bit into what is this vipassana. And sometimes people have so much misunderstanding. And so if you not clearly understand it, how you can practice, how you can get the best out of it. So the very meaning is not a rocket science. The vipassana, vi means thoroughly, deeply, vigorously, passana, observe. So, but the observing is very important. And when you do this, what will happen? You get into the reality. So today we're going to into this and see how you can get into that bottom line. And sometimes, it's a kind of like a roller coaster. But only thing is, you have to listen this very carefully. And once you get it, and it's going to become a beautiful practice. So in the vipassana meditation, there are 4 mental foundations. They're the practice. It's called the 4 foundations, that all the 4 pillars go into the deeper insight. One is contemplating the body, or the sensation. And contemplating the body, kaya-anupassana. And the contemplating the sensation, vedana-anupassana, or the feelings. So the body is the postures, observing the behavior, movements, all the movements. If you're able to observe all the movements, it's the contemplating the body. And contemplating the sensation or the feelings. So wherever in your body, so whatever the feelings arise, and if you are capable to observe it, and that will take you to deeper understanding about the feelings. And contemplating the thoughts, chitta-anupassana. And it will take you to the nature, to understand the nature of the mind. And contemplating the phenomena, Dhamma-anupassana. Oh, that means that overall, the entire bodily process. In the beginning, you go with the bodily postures, movements, sensations, or the feelings, and the thoughts with the mind. And then that out of this all, as example, digesting system. So you can't catch it out of observing the bodily posture. Digestive system, you can't catch out of observing the feelings or the sensation. Digestive system, you can't catch out of observing the mind or the thoughts. And all the movements happening in your body, especially with the joints, the air circular system, and the blood. And at the same time, the change happening moment by moment It's like aging. So if you reverse your life to 10 years back, and then if you look from that day to today, you can see there are a lot of changes in you. But observing the bodily postures, the movements, observing the sensations, and observing the mind or the thoughts, you can't catch that. So, but the thing is, that's why observing the phenomena, observing the Dharma, the changing nature, the happening in you, bring that wisdom to you. So those are the 4 foundations. And when you observe what happens, when you observe, you're going to understand experience. So what is the experience means? Awareness plus objects become experience. Awareness plus when the object contact with the awareness, it become your experience. So whatever related to experience, it become reality. So that's how we experience the reality. That when you say this is real, that means your awareness contact with the object and it become an experience to you. So you observe the body, so then the body itself is an object. And it's changed day by day, it's changed moment by moment. It's not a rocket science to understand. You sit for this moment, and after, if you observe very carefully, so that's the one of the method. When you observe very carefully, you recognize this body need a change. So then after a few moments, it go here and there. So then what happens? Your awareness going to understand it, but by the time you're going to get the secret, I will tell you it later. So now when you observe the body, you recognize it needs the change. So today we're going to, to get into exactly the right point. So when you observe the sensation, feelings, you start to understand the feelings also change. And when you get into the mind, thoughts, you understand, so the thoughts also change. And the whole process, the phenomena, and also the change. Body change, mind change, feelings change, the whole process change. But there is something you can recognize. The awareness is not responsible for this any change. The awareness not going to affect by the experience. So the body experience something, the sensation, the feelings experience something, and the thoughts, the mind keep coming and going, it's experience something, the entire, the process, the body change, but the awareness is there. So as example, from birth to today, your body change, sensation change, thoughts change, but the awareness is there. That doesn't mean your awareness permanent. That's the key point. But the awareness going to be there. But if you understand that whatever the feelings come to you, it doesn't affect for the awareness. So just imagine then, in the ancient time, there was a saying, say, don't misplace things. So don't misplace things mean, when something you recognize on the body, that means the awareness recognize the body. So in this very moment, your awareness is there, the body is there. You can feel the body, but the body is physical. So if you allow that whatever happened in the body, if you allow it to be there in the body, your awareness free from that. So even whatever the pain, hunger, thirsty, your awareness don't care about it. Your deeper consciousness don't care about it. Because it is not physical. And the feelings, when you deeply observe the feelings arising and change, but the observer not depend on feelings. And then in that very moment, you don't care about the feelings. So the mind, the thoughts, as you know, the thoughts come and go. In the whole Western world, dealing with the mind, but the awareness is not the mind. And you can observe your thoughts and so that's as example, if you have the fear, it's happening with your thoughts, but you have the fear. You are angry, it's happened with your thoughts. You are angry, but the knower is not going to angry. Your thoughts become angry. So that the introspection means, the vipassana means, you deeply start to recognize, rather than taking the body as me, you allow the body to be there. You're not going to interfere. And then this physical doesn't mean anything to you. It can go into deeper. And then whatever this corona is for the physical. It's not for your it's not for your awareness. So all the vaccine is for the physical. It's not for your awareness. Then it is not a big deal for you. So the feelings is for that moment. It's not for the awareness, because awareness not depend on that. But the thing is then, why when you observe this all what you recognize? You recognize you neglected your awareness and you dealing with the feelings, you dealing with the body, you dealing with the mind, and you dealing with the system, believing this is life, this is me. And then see the main part when you neglected, and other things you deal. Look at your own life. The body, the physical posture, the physical movements, how many, that all the material at your home, sofa set, couch, bed, that everything. you try to find a good kind of posture, the physical move, the kind of like a physical comfort, and it helped to gain the feelings, sensation, and it's that the more than this, the physical material things, when it comes to the sensation, it's deeply have a connection to the other people, especially with the gender, with the partners. Look yourself in your life, how much you spend time to think about it, maintain it, manage it, and believing it's life. And the thoughts from a schooling system to universities, and every day we into this that to information world, to collect things, to know things, and what you do out of that, you investing your life for that. And then by the time to maintain this whole system, overall your whole life, to maintain it, you go here and there and doing many activities, and so you interfere with that things. Then what happens? You neglect, your awareness is there and seeing this all, but still you didn't see it. So then the world itself belongs to names and forms. And whatever come to us, it's come as a result of the appearance from the name, that the four elements, and then we experience it as names and forms. And for our awareness, it no need any names or forms. But for your mind, you need name or form. For your body, you need the name or form. For your feelings, you need a name or form. So, if you able to detach your awareness from the body, from the feelings, from the mind or the thoughts, you still see it's like shining inside you like a light, and has ability to experience anything without any reactions. But the thing is, if you try to understand it by mind, you can't. Why? Because the mind has capacity to understand things by names and forms. So when the awareness or the consciousness is not a name or form, how you can understand it? So it's like a piece of rock, try to stop the shining sun. You can't do it. So out of the awareness, consciousness, you gain all the four experiences which we explained with the four foundations: body, feelings, mind, and the whole system. So it's like your awareness is kind of like the gold. So, and out of that you can create many ornaments. jewelries, and it can take the shape out of it. But whatever the ornaments itself, you can't interpret it as the gold. You can name any ornaments, and according to its shapes and its pattern, if you put it to the neck, and it become necklace, and if you put it to the hand, you can put it as a bracelet, and to earring, to the nose, or anywhere. Sometimes, people put it to eyebrows. So anywhere you can put. So, and according to that, you can name it, that ornament, but maybe you hold it that, but the gold is there. But whatever the name you put, not going to affected by gold. So same like that, whatever that your bodily experience is there, but your awareness going to be there. So through the 4 foundations, what happened, you understand this. And then you release part by part. You don't react to it. You observe, you recognize, but you're not going to go with it. Just imagine for a moment. In this very moment, if you not react to your body, or not hold it as you, or you don't go with the body, if you not hold it to feelings, or if you don't go with the feelings, if you not react to your mind, or if you don't go with the mind, if you don't go with the whole process, or if you don't react to this whole process, what will happen to you? Can you explain anything as you? So there is no you. So, but still the thing is this, that some teaching, some schools used to explain this awareness permanent. That awareness is belong to something. And that awareness is kind of like a creator. That awareness is there kind of like a flux. It's kind of like a network. It's there permanent. Everybody have the same awareness, and we are part of it. We become part of it. So they are kind of like a different thing. But when you go into that, so what you recognize, what your awareness behind you is. So the moment by moment process. And it is not a kind of like a permanent entity. And when you go there, you know that. It is a different, it's a moment by moment experience, not depend on these 4 elements, and not get affected by your experience. And once you able to into that, anymore, you're not going to have the craving regarding the body, cravings regarding the feelings, cravings regarding the thoughts. And once you get out of that craving, there is no any desire to hold it to something, or even to become somebody or something. So that pure consciousness or the awareness is bring the total openness from all the mental views, feelings, emotions, and the desires, and hopes, dreams, this everything, because this all related to the body, feelings, and the mind. So the vipassana, when you practice the vipassana, this is what you understand. Your awareness is something. But when you aware this physical outside world is nothing, because it's a reflection of our own behavior. That is it. So this pen become a pen when I think about it, when I know about it. But when I aware about it, it doesn't matter it's a pen or not, because the pen itself can't happen as a pen. It's a byproduct of thoughts. So let's make it a little bit more bigger. Is there anything that you can find without created by mind? So it's a fair question. So then, because if you know that your awareness is something and your mind is something, and then when you aware about something, that is where you catch the pure existence. But if you cover up it with the mind, and then how you can see it by mind, because it is a product of mind. So let's go into that. From this your place, we're going to go, it's kind of like a space traveling. So let's get into you and look at around you, your table or your phone, your computer, and your room, everything. And if you look very carefully, this everything product of mind, it came out of the mind. There is nothing appeared as itself. So then you living mean, so then that you living means you maintain something created by mind, and you are into your thoughts always into that. So, and when you are into that, you try to maintain it. And you will never come to a point to understand. It is not your mind. Because you always, why? Because it's a part of mind. It's created by mind. Another way we call man-made. Okay, then, so let's get in, or then you can talk about, okay, how about the nature, trees? environment. Okay, let's go into outside your yard, backyard, or the front yard. And whatever the things that you see, it's influenced, it's affected by human mind. Your gardener maybe you, or maybe somebody else. And another way we maintain all the roads and take the whole California. So we are here, and or wherever you are, take that your city. Go back to 100 years. You see something else from that 100 years to today, how this everything happened and how this everything appeared as what we experience this environment. It itself happened, or behind that somebody created this. So then when you experience this, you experience something created by mind. So, but trying to understand it and looking that impermanent out of that, if you try to understand the reality of the world, you're not going to get it. Why? Because it's a product of mind, and using that mental product, you can't understand the nature of the mind. You have to have the more higher something tool to recognize it. So that is your awareness. So that is why that when you develop your awareness, because it's not affected by the mind or the body or the feelings, and when you develop your awareness becomes more stronger, and you see that what happened with the mind, because mind go with the thoughts and whatever created by mind, and then you spend your whole life to maintain it, and you now see there's no end. And even other thing is it is useless, because the real experience is inside, and it doesn't care that whatever the thoughts. When you really get into the awareness, it doesn't care whatever the feelings. It doesn't care whatever the body. It doesn't care whatever that your day-to-day lifestyle. So once you're able to touch that, you're capable to little by little go into that. And when you settle down, when you settle down to the awareness, that your body, your feelings, your thoughts, that everything start to settle down itself. So then that is where you're going to recognize, even though your mind, your feelings, your body is a result of awareness, your body, your feelings, your thoughts, not the awareness. Once you recognize that, that is the end of the body, mind, feelings, the phenomena. When you are able to end that, that is the end of the awareness. So I'll give an example. So you, out of the gold, you create a necklace, bracelet, earring. So the body, feelings, mind, forget about the phenomena. It's deeply, because it is a deeper process that you understand. When you understand this, all the three things, the behavior of these three things, phenomena. So that, as you know, your necklace is not the gold. It's the name of the necklace is not the gold. It doesn't, the gold doesn't care whatever the name you put on it, or the whatever the design. So the bracelet, you can, you can say this is bracelet, and you can make a shape and kind of like, but it's still the gold doesn't care about it. The earring the same, that you put a design on it, and you hold it to the design. You like that design. Oh, I love that design, but the gold doesn't care it. So this all three things appear from the gold. So the gold is the source. And how about that if you burn the gold, make it vanish, out of that, is there a possibility that the necklace can exist, the shape or the pattern can exist, the bracelet can exist as a pattern, and the earring can exist as a design? No. But still, that if the gold is there, then you can change this pattern, and then still you can bring any ornaments out of it. So like that, when you recognize, when you into the awareness, and recognize that the main key point is your awareness, or the consciousness is the key. And that recognition itself bring the understanding to see the all other byproduct happen out of the awareness. And then you detach from it. You're not going to react to it. You're not going to go with it. And then itself, you recognize what is this self. So that is when it comes to the vipassana, that's it's the result is self-realization. So we forget why we need to realize it, because we took the body as self. We took the feelings as self. We took the thoughts as self. We took this whole system as self. And when this everything come together, we thought experience as self. But we misunderstand. So the vipassana take you little by little, and clean you and take you to understand, oh, body is not the real game, that the player. The feelings not the game player. The mind is not it's the awareness. Once you have it, more and more and more into awareness, you're this outside things going to separate from you. So I want to mention something. that this is, this is can't that take by everybody. And at the same time, you have to remember, this is the deeper and the level of, it's a, you can name it as a spiritual, philosophical method. So that doesn't mean you neglect the body. That doesn't mean you neglect the feelings. That doesn't mean you neglect the mind. You don't take it as the body, the self. You don't take it as the you, but still you have to maintain it, and you have to be in the world, and you're not going to interfere with others. You're not going to criticize anyone, but still you bound to the old rituals and the practice, especially moral and ethical practice, and the compassion, generosity, and doing things for others, and at the same time practice meditation. But still you have to remember, out of this all, end of that, you have only your awareness. So if you don't recognize it, what will happen? Your body will go away, your feelings will go away, your thoughts will go away, but still this keep coming, because the awareness is there. You never touch it, you never saw it. But now you don't care about your body, you don't care about your feelings, you don't care about your mind, you don't care about the system, but now you care about your awareness. One should be there. This anything, this whatever happened outside, you can handle, because you know it, that everything happened according to cause and conditions in that environment. That's it. So otherwise, if you take it as me, or this body me, this self me, that this experience me, it's a kind of like a very classic spiritual mistake. Because the reality we take as our wisdom, and we take this reality, and through that reality we try to understand impermanent. You will never get it. Why? Your experience, that objects, that what we experience with us, and we take it as reality. But as I mentioned from the beginning, this everything created by mind. But the real impermanent, real change, we didn't see, because it's happened within our body, within our feelings, within our mind. We didn't aware our awareness to see that. While it happening, because that is the real product of the awareness, and while it happening, we try to understand impermanence through this mind-made, another way called man-made, through these man-made things. That's why every day, every week, you may buy milk and expired it. You will never get that. You know it is. When you go to buy something, you will check the expire date. But that doesn't mean you have the understanding about impermanent. So by the man-made things, even though we are capable to track the change, the becoming going to keep happening, because we never saw what is the real impermanent. So the Vipassana is a method, will take you into deeper. So we'll get into a little exercise and then we're going to practice a little bit. So this pen object is a man-made. You will never find anything in this environment, something not affected by mind. Remember that. Even the very nature, as you know, the air you breathe, the heat you get. So as example, global warming. So if it is really natural happen, we no need to worry about global warming. So what does that mean? Whatever the heat we experience today, influenced by human mind, human behavior, the air pollution, and it go to your lungs and then you get sick maybe. It affects your longevity, and then you go and start to change the political leaders and the new people come. So it influenced by human behavior. So then look into that. So like that, whatever we experience. So then this pen is the outside object. And it is different. It's there. Even though it's influenced by the human mind, it's there. And your eye is here. Now you see it. So when you see that there is eye consciousness happen and the mind start to interfere to know that. Now you know that you see the pen. And you can see it while you're seeing it, you can think about it. So the pen is there, so the eye is there, but the mind you can think, oh, this, you can use it for writing, and also you can think many things about it, but still your awareness is there behind that all. And you're aware about your thinking. So the mind is material, physical, your eye is physical, and your pen is physical. So the mind always depend on the name and the form and go with it. But your awareness is behind this all and know this entire process. So if you, that awareness is the real self, and that is the real experiencer, not the mind or the brain or not the eye consciousness, not the only just the pen. So that awareness is the real experiencer. So if you don't know that, if you spend the time with your mind regarding what you see as pen, you don't know the real experience. So that's what happened in day-to-day life. So self-realization, it takes you to the depth and backward. And then once you know that, you can be aware. Let the experience to happen itself. When the day comes for you to be that, because the awareness doesn't depend on it, awareness doesn't care from the time or the colors or the shape or good or bad, right or wrong. It doesn't care. It just the awareness is there. But without seeing that, if you leave the body, leave the feelings, leave the mind, it again going to to come back by producing the body, the feelings, the mind, any names or forms. So try to, little by little, while you practice, to see your awareness. Through the meditation, we try to get into that. So even the breathing is the object, body is the object, and all the thoughts pattern come out of the mind and hold it to names or the forms, that everything. But when the day compose you little by little, to increase your awareness by the time, through this samsaric journey, whatever the habitual patterns that we develop to believe this body, the feelings, the mind as me, going to slowly go away. So that is what you need. And give a try whenever you have time. And so the reality, then you will see that we never touch the reality yet. Because we take the reality as experience. In the conventional life, it is good, it is okay. But we never touch the reality yet. So with that, and I bless upon each and everyone with this good practice. May all of you stay healthy and safe. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May all the success be with you. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva sabbe bhuta sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddhang pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi. Attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam paribunjisami. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.